the show today is no exception to some of the great work that
univocal
hours. 9 hours.
Are there female rabbis?
I can say, Ahavtika, I love you.
Hot tikva, guys. How's it going?
Yes, it is good.
I have no idea what that means.
You have no idea what that means. So why? Oh, I mean, honestly, why are you here? I can explain why Dr. Tapioca Weasel is here. Welcome everyone to I guess our third installment of Budget Scripture Saturdays. If I had like an applause thing, I would play it now. But this is fun, right? Just hanging out late at night on a Saturday, drinking or not. I mean,
I love me some BSS. That's
yes,
right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. So and there's lots of friends already in the chat. Trucker is here. I have friends. I don't know about you.
No,
so the governor is here. Yes, you are here. Stardust Lilith is here. Look at the trees is here for some nid vision. So good to see you. Andrew is here. The Humanities here. Pragmatic Crystal, good to see you. Dr. Clark Van Gilder is here, and apparently Dr. Tapioca Weasel has promised that there will be soup. Holly is here. Claude Simeon is here. Maya arrived, so we are free to begin. Welcome, everyone. And I can tell you why Dr. Tapioca Weasel is here, guys, because Dr. Tapioca Weasel and I never really talk, except it's like every Saturday night now for 3 or 4 weeks. He texts me asking me to stream with him. So here you are, dude.
Get on.
Here we are. Here we all are.
I love it.
So nice. That's why we're all here. What this show actually is, for those who don't know, for those who know, you know. But it was kind of your fault. Was it your fault? No, I mean,
I have that effect on people.
Really? Yeah.
I have a lot of effects on people, so. Luck of the draw, I suppose.
I mean, when Maya told me that you wanted to stream on a Saturday night, I'm like, okay, so go and
no, that's not how I work. No. You don't understand. Okay, my entire personality is mostly unpleasantness, and then getting other people to stream for me. So
and that works for you, does it?
You coattail riding weasel.
Well, it's all I have. Okay, if I didn't have double standards, I wouldn't have any standards at all.
Fair. Look, there's a super chat already from Meat Permits Tad. Thank you for the $5. I'm here to say one thing. This is not a cult. Cults have cool robes and shit.
If you want to
listen. I dare, far be it from me to disagree with Meat Permits Tad, but the reason this show exists is precisely because I succumbed. There was just so much pressure set upon me by the woke atheist cult. And their chief representative, the queen of the goddesses, Maya Atkinson. We have robes and clown. That's fair.
Me, I can also.
Oh yeah, look, it is.
I have the clown hair. I can put it on.
Guys, I don't have a robe. So
get good.
I mean, at least Nitty has a. I don't even have a hoodie.
I also don't
You
have a
will
robe.
learn
Do you
the
have a
dark
sheet? Can you make
secret
like a toga?
of
Like, does that count?
wokeness.
You've
So
got like
woke.
what's so woke?
You will learn the dark secrets of wokeness.
It's true.
And once you have watched enough of our content, you will never leave. And you will never watch anything else. You can't subscribe.
We shall see if we have that effect. Holly Unbiblical Egyptian Hegemony Hawk. Do you have bitchin' shirts? So cult like. I
Ooh.
don't. At
Yeah,
least
you
not
do,
yet.
but-
By the way, I mean I do have. I mean I don't have any budget Scripture Saturday shirts.
Wow,
But,
okay, fine. But
unbelievable.
you've got,
I know.
you know, well, I love the fucking Bible.
I have a get it right, dude.
I fucking love the Bible. I
Thank
apologize.
you. Okay,
Right?
yes, good. So I have one of those. I do have new merch coming. I'm quite excited about it.
Excellent.
I'm saving it because it's a surprise, but it's pretty good. A fan emailed me a design that he's giving me permission to turn into merch. So it's very good, and it was inspired by my last live stream, which is pretty cool.
Oh,
so
cool.
Hey, yeah, it's good to see. I didn't see Titan Uranus is here. Love saying that, don't you?
Absolutely.
AR is here. You are victorious.
graced
You
by
are
their omnipresence.
you are all welcome here. So, what the hell are we doing?
I mean, you're the one who wrote the title, and the subtitle
did.
of the show is full of asterisks, backstabbers. So I don't know what that means.
That was actually that was me lashing out at someone who we're not going to talk about tonight. Good to see you, Emergency Moto.
The clown wig is me lashing out at my girlfriend. So fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fair. So I don't know. I have to think here. I had not really intended to say something about this, but maybe I should, since and we can just get this out of the way since Emergency Moto brought it up. So guys, Bob Price is a fucking racist, transphobic bigot. An unrepentant, racist, transphobic bigot. I don't think anyone should be giving platforms to fucking racist, transphobic bigots. You can have all the friends that you want. Befriend whoever you want. You don't have to give them a microphone.
Exactly. Yep.
So my decisions, and because I am actually a scholar, and you know, I communicate regularly and maintain professional relationships with many other scholars. I have a lot of friends who are scholars. I'm not interested in jeopardizing any of those relationships, my own reputation, even by just the very distant association with a fucking racist, transphobic bigot like Bob Price, whose scholarship is basically shit anyways. So this is not worth my time or my interest. And maybe with that said, I'll just leave you guys with this, and then we can move on. And I'm just before we do, I'm kind of disgusted at the fact that Bob Price continues to hide behind people
Mm.
and won't actually come out and talk to anyone. A shitstorm is brewing. We're in the middle of it. And where the hell are you, Bob? Where the fuck are you while the storm is raging around all of us? You're a coward. You need to get out and address the public about what the hell is going on.
I mean,
Yeah, and if you guys watching are interested in how people around this situation in the algorithmic relationships and this community, dare I say, we've built, this is going to be a shameless self-plug. You should go watch my stream about this, where we can go more into the drama and compare the history of this situation. But also, you should go over to Maya's channel. Dr. Tap, I don't think you came on. No, you didn't come on for that.
I was working really
You can
late that night.
hear from a lot of other creators and prominent voices that you all probably watch and respect, and hear the disappointment, the frustration, and try to see everything from both sides, especially if you don't have an opinion or don't know what the hell is going on. Go do that as like your homework, because we really do try to love each other here, and we really do respect each other. And one of the two things I would say are, if people involved are watching, racist, transphobe, and bigot are humanizing terms for bad human behavior. And if you don't like those labels, maybe you reflect, see why people are giving you those. The other thing is, nobody here wants to cancel anyone, ever.
Nope.
If possible, right? We want to show you who you can be. There
Well
you
said.
go.
That's good. Awesome. All right, you guys ready to have some fun now that
Yeah.
I
With a video
got that
full of
out of my
backstabbers.
system? So I think we gave you a video tap and a
Yeah.
play button, correct? So
yeah, but you
tonight,
gotta share it. I can't share it. You gotta share it.
I have to
Well,
share it.
I'm sharing the thing, but then
Yes,
you have to
are.
like put
Yes,
it
I
on
have
the
to actually add it on the stage. Yeah, right.
I'm not a
See,
wizard.
this is what happens when Vish isn't here. Things just don't happen.
I've never successfully streamed without a strong female presence. That's true.
True. All right. So so how this works, guys, is that in keeping with the spirit of the original show, and to be clear, I'm just ripping off all of my ideas for this show from Maya Atkinson. So it even kind of sounds like her show, Bad Science Sunday. Really, this is basically just the pre-show for Bad Science Sunday. So all of you guys who are watching tonight, and yes, Tapioca Weasel is a part of Bad Science Sundays. On
I pressed the
Maya
play button
Atkinson's-
over there
You
too.
pressed the play? Yeah, right.
It's
that's why
my
you're here.
only skill.
It's what you do so well over there, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, so I don't have any original ideas. I'm just stealing from others, and so this is what this is. Maya has selected a video for us to look at. This particular video is about First Enoch.
Oh boy.
The real truth about the Book of Enoch, the Essenes, and Freemasons with Gary Wayne from a channel called Abraham.
Overcome Babylon. Abraham Overcome Babylon. I had to like zoom in to see it, or out rather. And they have almost 50,000 subscribers.
Oh, they're so close. Maybe they'll have 50,000 by tomorrow. Right? Because
don't that's not a change that we want to see in the world, chat.
It's
so
probably not. Yeah, that's fair. And this video has like 250,000 views.
Million views. And
in a month.
It came out. Yeah, it came out a month and 10 days ago. That's like that's
so and yeah, that's fair. The crazy
I will say none of my videos on my channel have lower views than that. I will say that.
That's true. I actually checked out your channel just before the stream tonight, and that is a true statement.
Yeah. Yeah.
So because I mean, there aren't any videos on your channel.
Okay, see, I worded the thing in a specific way, okay, and here you are just being like, but he doesn't have any video. You know what? I'm gonna press play.
When you look at a Freemasonry organization, it has a depth at the top, and it starts at a 3rd degree York Rite, the old mystical system, versus the Scottish Rite, which is 33rd degree. And everybody else below is just sort of camouflage. And they don't know the truth.
You know, when you start getting into the hierarchies of a secret organization with teachings that must be adhered to, and membership requires unknown sacrifices, you're starting to describe a cult. A real one.
It could be, right?
Except you can just leave the Masons anytime. They don't.
Oh,
can? It's not.
I mean, I expect so. Yeah.
My grandfather. I have never been a Mason. I have never been invited to join the Masons. My grandfather was a 32nd degree Mason, and not on my mom's side, not the one who was also friends with Trump's uncle. Okay, like my weirdness is distributed. And like my best friend in college, he is a Mason of some level, and it like we never talked about it. It was never a thing. It's it's basically like a fraternity.
Degree.
Okay, so I can renounce my Masonry. Got it. My Masonage?
I mean, you probably like swore some sort of oath, and like you thereby are.
Is it like
eternal damnation? But aren't we all? So
isn't it like it's like the lantern oath? I can like give it up, so my mantle goes to another person.
Could be. I don't know.
Okay,
but I've
for the Watcher's oath.
I've known a few Masons, and none of them have ever been remotely weird about it.
Oh,
like I'm sure there exist people out there, but although I used to get paid by NASA in grad school, so I'm clearly just a shill for.
Clearly, your opinion on this matter is not to be trusted.
I mean, my opinion. I'm a weasel. Okay, my opinion on any matter is highly suspect.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Through secrets, they don't get told the true allegories, and their goal is to bring in the end time and to wipe humankind from the face of the earth so that we don't reach our destiny to be raised up to be like angels. The handshakes that Freemasons have comes from the.
Oh! Look at this. The handshakes that the Freemasons have comes from the Essenes. How the fuck do you think he knows that? Moreover,
you made it up.
Yeah, I was just about to ask. Do you think do you guys think he's going to tell us? how he
Ooh.
knows.
That would be. Yeah,
I think he's
don't
going
know.
to tell us something that would make other people believe that that's how he knows, but no, because I'm pretty sure he made it up.
Kip, where do Essenes shake their hands?
I don't know. Is this a
Behind
joke?
the scenes?
And scene.
Very good.
And
And
wow.
maybe slightly variant, but it's rooted, and they take that history back to their relationship with the Essenes through the Knights Templars.
Is that one? Look at that. That looks like one,
Yeah,
right? Okay.
man. Trump would be the
It
worst
actually
person
kind of
to
looks
invite.
like it to me. It kind of looks like that's Macron, right? The president of France. It
That's
kind of looks like
definitely Macron.
It looks to me like he's approaching Trump and going, "Hey, pull my finger." Isn't that what he's doing? I think that's what he's
Oh.
doing. I mean, that's what I do when I
Wow.
encounter someone and ask them to pull my finger, right? That's what he's doing.
How often do you encounter somebody ask them to pull your finger?
I haven't done it since I was like 17 years old, but I remember it being something like that.
Can Trump's tiny hands even do some of those?
Yeah, right? This is the problem. Like sometimes it takes dexterity and reach.
Sometimes it does.
Wouldn't this just be pareidolia for like how hands can touch sometimes? Never mind.
How do we know this isn't an AI generated image where they just forgot to make these fingers longer, right? Like
it could be that.
Everything is fake,
right.
Also, this thumb doesn't look natural. Like his whole hand here, it looks weird. It looks photoshopped. Are we saying that the president is a Cheeto?
Maybe.
Wait, oh shit, sorry. Yeah, we are.
All right, play.
Press play.
And so it's a long sort of history. Essenes are the first Western branch of the ascetic monasteries of Hinduism. The Kabbalists.
Okay.
I've never heard of that.
Branch of the Essenes,
Hinduism,
but from the Eastern mysticism that's begat by Nimrod and the Magi after Babel, versus the.
Okay.
Okay.
Nimrod and the Magi after, like it. At this point, it just sounds like this guy's like saying words that he read in the Bible and thinks, if I put those words together in some order.
Is Kabbalist in the Bible?
It's getting harder for me to understand because all I hear is.
No.
I don't know what a Kabbalist is.
Because that's what happens when you talk out of your ass. That's all I can hear.
But you're a physicist, right? So,
yeah.
Or an astrophysicist or an astronomer.
I'm an
something.
atomic physicist.
You're a thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So of course you wouldn't know what a Kabbalist is.
Should we have a drinking game where we try to figure out if this video or Jordan Peterson is more coherent?
We could do that.
We'll die. Never mind.
I'm already drinking. Like, okay, how much Clorox do I have left?
The lighthouse, you're drinking the kerosene.
Okay, I only have enough for like.
Listen,
2 or 3 more.
Viewers,
I don't actually drink
Clorox. This show promotes responsible drinking.
Yes,
and responsible drinking does not include drinking bleach. It doesn't include Clorox.
No,
so that's just a weasel thing. So unless you're a weasel, no drinking bleach. Please.
So I want to know what historical records are available to show the ideological genealogy of Nimrod and the Magi all the way to the Essenes. That would be impressive.
That would be impressive. I can't imagine where he would find such a thing, because that would require
upend lots of.
I know where you would find it.
Where? Yes, help us understand.
ChatGPT.com.
Oh, I've heard of this.
Right?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
That'll do it.
the Egyptian mysticism that comes with Ham and Hermes to Egypt. And then you have some other groups that are in the Middle East operating with the Essenes and the Kabbalists, which are like
pause it here for a second. Let's look at this. So we've got the Tower of Babel through Nimrod to the Kabbalists on the one side in the east, and Ham, the son of Noah, and Hermes, I guess, lived in Egypt. Is that what that is?
Hermes, the son of the gods, the messenger of the gods? Like what?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure the three tallest pyramids in that little thing are the three great pyramids of Giza.
Oh, there's more pyramids in there too.
But then there's like there's two like step pyramids, and then one that's looks like a normal.
I think that's just sloppy vector art.
Like it to me, but apparently
I agree. I feel this way whenever I look at the Tower of Babel over here, because look at this. Look at this spiral.
Isn't that like the Tower of Pisa?
Side, if you were going around the other side, it would have to be completely horizontal in order for this spiral to make sense. Okay, and any good spiral is going to be equal angular as you go around. Like
Escher's Babel. Anyway, go on.
By the way, the Tower of Babel is Etem and Enki in the city of Babylon, and it sure as fuck did not look like that.
Did it look like anything?
It did, actually. It was a 7-tiered ziggurat that was apparently quite impressive in its day. We actually have diagrams of Etem and Enki.
We have photos. I need a photo.
Sadly, no. Oh,
with a Nikon P1000.
We have a super chat.
And the Mendean.
Oh, we do have a super chat from Dr. Clark Van Gilder. Thank you very much for the $5 super chat. All of this is detailed in 2 Uwaliya 316 to 429. Trust me, I wouldn't make this up. I feel like maybe Dr. Clark has seen this video before.
Yeah.
That's what I'm picking up. Oh, by the way, it's good to see Jennifer Silves is here. Aram Guard is here. And Cuneiform guy is here. Oh my god! Tomer is here. Holy cow.
He just woke up.
But
listen. Tomer is tuning in from Eretz Israel, so that does make some sense. It feels like it may be a little early, but wow, you haven't watched any of my shit for ages, Tomer. Good to see you. All right, let's see what's happening here.
And they are all different sects of this Judaic mysticism at that time.
Hey, I've seen that before.
And they are all
on your show.
Sects of this.
Explain this to me, Dr. Tapioca Weasel.
Yeah, so I see a lot of stupid on Bad Science Sunday, like a lot of stupid, and I can tell you very little of like the substance of it because there is no substance. I mean, there's nothing there, nothing. Okay, but like the chakras, I have no idea. Like, if you ask me to list the chakras, no idea.
Is that what this is?
I don't think so, but I feel like it's probably related according to some people, right? One, it's not a person. Two, there's not 7 of them. Like, I do know that about the chakras.
Yeah, okay.
That this looks like some sort of sacred geometry, like whatever stuff, but I don't read Hebrew. Is this Hebrew?
Maya said it's the tree of life.
I can help you with it. Oh, what is? Oh, it's the. Thanks, Maya.
Does it tell you what it is?
So I mean I can tell you what these are here. So we've got at the bottom there. You've got kingdoms, then councils. Then you've got
kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species.
No, not quite. Then you've got got glory on the left. You've got I don't know that one. You've got wonders in the middle. You've got strength on the left. on the left, just above the glory, and then you've got goodness or kindness on the right, and then at the top you've got on the left understanding or some form of knowledge, and you've got wisdom on the right, and Cathar at the top is a crown. So I don't know, those are like words. So
if you say so.
Yeah, interesting. But I have seen this on your show, so I thought maybe, it might have something to do with physics. So
yo, if everything we showed had to do with physics,
Judaic mysticism at that time,
you'd never be on the show, is what I'm saying.
And Josephus writes about the Essenes. He understood them, and he wrote about their belief systems, their very ascetic lifestyle.
Okay.
But the important thing that he wrote about is who they worshipped. And they worshiped fallen angels. And they would not give up the names of those
okay.
angels. Even upon
The Essenes reported by Josephus to have worshipped fallen angels.
Is that true?
No. Has you?
I've never read Josephus.
I've read a bit,
read
and
Josephus.
I don't recall any of that.
No, and
nor in their own writings. I've read parts of the Qumran community rule, and
you missed the part that said worship the fallen angels.
No, and that
Go
seems
figure.
like it would piss off the teacher of righteousness.
It does absolutely seem like that would be the case.
Yeah.
I need to add this disclaimer. Josephus wrote about the Essenes. That I think there's some legitimate question as to how much he actually knew about the Essenes, and how much he, was just kind of riffing on based on his associations. Feels kind of anecdotal, a lot of what Josephus is reporting. So, but yeah, this is it just I don't know.
They worship fallen angels, and they would not give up the names of those angels even upon death and torture.
What the fuck does that even mean? They wouldn't give up the names of the angels?
So somebody was documented.
Oh, you're.
It's like the martyrdom argument of. It's like the martyrdom argument of the apostles, right?
Yeah.
Like, but if they didn't recant, then they must have been telling the truth.
But he said they wouldn't give up the names of the angels. Were they under like great pressure? If you don't tell the name of the angel,
yeah, they were getting tortured. Like, come on, man, that's just
that's totally how they ended.
Was the worst.
I mean, wow, that's something.
Yeah,
that's something. Okay,
that's where they.
Oh, hey guys, did you notice that we're on First Enoch 69?
Responsible.
Yes.
I did. I did notice that.
The best things happen.
This is the best chapter in First Enoch. Very true.
It's definitely the nicest.
Definitely the nicest. Yeah, it's in the similitudes.
That's where they say they received most of their knowledge from. So they're responsible for writing some of the Dead Sea Scrolls. Those are not monotheist doctrines.
Oh, he's right about that.
Yeah,
actually,
okay.
Right? Well, good
true.
job. You got something right. I am happy for you. If we were on Dapper's channel, we would take a drink. I think, right? We take a drink when he gets something right.
I just did.
Okay.
But
all right,
I may have a problem.
Wouldn't that be like henotheistic because there's an order with a top father god?
Yeah,
that's a short explanation.
Yeah.
Those clips you just heard were from my latest interview with Gary Wayne.
Oh yeah, so this is the that's the end of the intro. You wanted to go to the
but can somebody help me? Who the fuck is Gary Wayne? This guy here. Who is he?
A man.
And why do we care? about Gary Wayne. Can somebody do a Googles for me and figure out who this guy? I've never heard of this guy. I'm a Dead Sea Scrolls scholar, and I've never heard of this guy. I feel like I should probably know who this is. If
Okay.
he's got something meaningful.
Here's what the AI says.
Thank
Are
you,
you ready?
AI.
Andrew says that Gary Wayne is Bruce Wayne's less famous cousin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so what does AI
Okay,
say?
wait. Hold on a second. I'm trying to look for stuff they published here. Okay.
While
One
you do
second.
that,
Yeah, while I do
yes,
that, go ahead and
Native Atheist, I do have merch, and there's more on the way. So I think my store is linked, but yeah.
Okay, so in 2023, he did a podcast on Unity Manifest, Mysterious Beings and Stories from the Bible Explained. And then there's another one from 2020, Gary Wayne on Enoch, Freemasonry, Secret Societies, Royal
Sounds like
Bloodlines,
this.
The Da Vinci Code, Giants and the Origin of Demons. Everything that comes up. Oh, here we go. Here's their Thrift Books catalog. Are we ready for some of these titles?
Okay.
Oh no. Okay, this is one of these things is not like the others. Okay. Genesis 6 Conspiracy. Wait, what's the full title? It's truncated, these titles. Hold on. How secret societies and the descendants of giants plan to enslave humankind. Okay.
Oh,
There's a part 2 to that.
okay.
The Power of 3. What is this? Okay. That's it. That's book 4 in the series. Okay. And then there's, I hope that this is just that Thrift Books doesn't have a way to tell the difference between Gary Wayne's, right? So it's just like, this is a search result, right?
Right.
Of Gary Wayne. So we have all these like imperialisty magical with monsters is another Gary Wayne book, but then Understanding Women. Unlock the mystery of women's mind.
Wow, this is a guy who looks like he understands women.
But I don't think it's
Isn't
the
he?
same.
No,
Come on.
no, it's not.
Can we pretend? Can we pretend?
Please,
Please.
no.
I want to pretend. I want to pretend it's this guy.
Okay.
Can we pretend it's this guy at least just for the moment? I want it to
I'm
be
able
this
to
guy.
pretend to almost anything. So
I mean,
yeah,
he
let's
does
do
know
it.
a lot of secrets, and the
That's
women.
fair. That's fair.
have
He
secrets.
knows the women secrets maybe.
Scenes as well.
The queen of the hold on. The queen of the goddesses was benevolent enough to use her search engine. Gary Wayne is a prophetic voice who has written the best-selling end times book about the scriptures found in the book of Genesis chapter 6 and how that has a profound effect on the end of civilization we see coming in the last days.
Bestseller.
All right.
In these last days.
Apparently, was it these?
Oh, from
Not
Thrift
just the
Books.
last days, but these ones. Like the
right.
implication is that. Yeah.
Wow. Just
So
fair.
okay,
It wouldn't
so,
be budget
again, see,
scriptures out if we didn't have the best-selling author from Thrift Books.
Fair enough. Yeah. No.
Right?
I
Yes.
mean, did this guy just become a sponsor?
my mind is very blown by all
yes!
of this, because when people think of the Jehovah's Witnesses New World Translation, they think of, the Watchtower Society put that together. When people think of the Book of Mormon, they're like, oh yeah, Joseph Smith put that together.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when people think of the Book of First Enoch, they don't think, the James Bruce of Kinnard is the
Translator.
Joseph Smith, or
Yep.
he's the guy that brought it from Africa. Like he's the golden plates guy. Like he got like
Is he? So just to clue in, so they're going to talk about the Book of Enoch here. I think we skipped ahead because it looked like all the stuff in
Mhm.
between this was kind of boring. But he's talking about how there's this guy from the UK.
There's always a guy from the UK.
It's
Yeah.
always a guy. There's this colonialist guy who traveled to Ethiopia and came home with a copy of the Book of First Enoch written in Ge'ez, I believe, maybe Greek. But he's suggesting that this is the guy who's like Joseph Smith in terms of introducing the Book of Enoch. He's like the link between the Book of Enoch and us, I guess. I don't know. Feels like there's some important information he's missing there. Like we have copies. Does he know this? We have
That are
copies
separate from that find.
Yeah. We actually have copies of the Book of Enoch from Qumran in the Dead Sea Scrolls that date back to the oldest ones date back to the 2nd century BCE, and they're written in
complete are they?
Aramaic. They're fragmentary. So there's several different
they
manuscripts,
exist. That's the important.
but they
Yeah.
exist.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No. But it's. When do you get the? Do we have the entire book?
The entire book. Well, this is the thing, right? This is important to note. The Book of Enoch, First Enoch. There's a second and a third Enoch as well that are, much later, and not really related to the first Book of Enoch. But the first Book of Enoch is a compilation of a lot of different texts that were put together over a long period of time. So the earliest stuff dates to the 3rd century, but then you've got people adding material to it all the way into the 1st century, maybe even the 2nd century CE. So like after the destruction of the temple, there's stuff incorporated into the Book of Enoch. I don't know. I wonder if these guys know that.
No.
Hmm.
And the man with the pretentious bookshelf in the back, for because you have to validate your makey-uppies
Hey,
with a bunch
there's.
of books
I'm
and
not.
spiritual titles behind
Hey,
you.
I have bookshelf.
Well, he's not. Yeah, but okay. So the difference is that he's like displaying.
Yeah, yours
Like
is just
on
an
multiple
artifact in a
locations.
room.
He's like displaying his books here.
I
see?
also have snowboards.
Whereas, because I also have a. I guess I don't. It's over there.
I've seen. I thought I saw a bookshelf once, didn't I? Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Is tap? Did he tap out?
His internet did.
Oh no.
But
doesn't he live in Silicon Valley? Don't they have
give
like magic
shit.
internet?
Maybe.
Wow.
It's not your
what
fault,
the hell? Tap. Wow. Okay. So well, maybe we'll wait. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
Minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, wait, does he have his own books behind him in the corner? It doesn't matter.
I don't even know.
There's 2 of the same book.
Yes, I did see that. So I bet that's his, right?
Right. It says
He's got 2 of them.
conspiracy on it. So he's just so proud of his
very proud.
makey
Oh
uppies.
God. See, look, I bet you he's not coming back. I bet you anything. He's decided he's done.
Well,
How
we'll
much do you
see
want
what
to bet?
happens.
We'll see
I
what
don't know.
happens. I got some super chats.
Yeah, do that.
Mr. Brainache, how much did Jehoshaphat actually jump?
He's saying
do you
WTF in the chat. No, I don't understand that joke.
I don't get it, Mr. Brainache. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Stardust Lila, thank you for the $10 super chat. Thanks for all you do. And waiting for the badass Moses shirt. Yes, guys. Metal Moses is coming.
Oh.
One for me and one for Dr. Kip the dog. Did you know, Nitty, that there is a dog, a lovely little black lab out there whose name is Doctor. Oh, he did come back.
Yes.
Oh my God, you actually came back.
Return
What
of the
happened?
Weasel.
Oh no,
Return.
now we're freezing again. Everything is
There you are. No, you're good.
You're good.
happening
Are we
right
freezing?
now.
I don't know.
I'm gonna pause
There you
my
go.
camera. I don't know.
Okay.
Was the video playing like properly?
No.
Because I can still.
Well, it was. What?
Yeah, it was. It looked fine.
Okay, hold on. I don't know what's
ferret
going
ate the
on because
fiber.
I'm not having problems on like other websites and stuff. Although I can only check so fast.
So through
So
more page results of searching, the Gary here has gone on to other. Wait, hold on. He went on a Christian apologist channel.
Oh.
That what?
That's wild.
7 months
Guys.
ago. But anyway,
I missed some stuff here, and I feel terrible. And I mean, I don't know how the Maya actually sent in a super chat, a $5 super chat.
Ooh.
Congrats. That was a proper rant. Thank you, Maya. I very much appreciate it. And I'd like to celebrate the meat permits Tad and Prixie Solus Dyslexic Purple became channel members. So thank you everyone for your ongoing support. Maya, please accept my penance for failing to see your super chat. But thank you, everyone.
So,
you all right? Is everything okay?
No.
What's wrong?
So through here, let me show you something.
Okay.
So I was doing some research to find Gary, right?
Yeah.
And where this man makes
Find some
appearances.
stuff out
Okay,
about Gary.
First thing is if you look at this channel, right?
Okay.
We've
Is
got
this his
Q&A.
channel?
No,
this is
no.
okay.
But this is gonna get interesting. For me, there's a Halloween special with Gary, right?
Okay.
Atlantean prehistory of the giants and end time prophecy with
Gary Wayne.
This channel is like it's like standing for truth, and Kent Hovind, but for Gary Wayne, right?
Wow. Yes.
It's like his place
okay.
to hang out, right?
Right.
Beyond critical thinking, the ghost in the machine, like what?
What is beyond critical thinking? Like, where do we get to when we've crossed that threshold?
UFOs and the return of Nephilim, right? Now here's the kicker, Kip. Okay, so this channel's description, something went wrong between the creation of this channel and what happens on the channel. All right. And it's interesting to me because, I cover, Christianity apologetics and sometimes weird Christian stuff. Right. And this would totally be one of my side quests. And, I'm interested in faith apologetics and their intersection with culture. Welcome to the intersection of faith and culture. I am Eric. I am a Christian apologist, actor, artist, husband, father, gamer. I love God, my lady, my son, blah,
my
blah,
lady.
blah.
Oh, yeah.
My mission is to hold Christians
and zombies.
accountable.
He loves zombies too.
His mission is to hold Christians accountable to the call that has been placed on them and engage in the culture and war in a meaningful capacity. I aim to enrich people's lives while fighting for the truth and faith. Meanwhile, Nephilim architecture and fallen angel technology. What happened? I don't know where you live, Kip, but I'm just gonna throw this out there that Nephilim technology is not part of the culture war right now, nor is it part of the broader discussion of apologetics.
Maybe they're having a different discussion. Somebody's having a different discussion.
Their culture war is between
I don't know,
themselves in the mirror and church and what they want to make for YouTube. That Yep.
All right. Well, how are you doing, Tap?
Is there a way to describe? I need a word that's the antonym of enriched.
Impoverished.
Depleted. I feel depleted of value.
Impoverished is better.
Impoverished, yeah.
Yes.
Well, enriched also is used in like a physical sense, like to enrich a fuel or enrich uranium, right? And so then it means, then depleted would be better than impoverished. Like depleted uranium is a thing, and enriched uranium is a thing. And I can hook you up with a guy depending on which one you need. I'm just saying.
So this fucking guy showed up. It sounds like you guys are just jealous because one, you don't understand Nephilim context, and two, you can't ground ultimate necessary preconditionals of moral instantiations. Boom!
If you don't acknowledge the necessity of an ultimate being with every statement that you ever make, then you have no ultimate grounding for any intelligibility.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes.
All right. Let's see where we get next. Video. Debased is so good. The chat said debased. Yeah.
Joseph Smith, like he's the one that's like, hey, I got a new revelation here.
Yeah.
And I don't think enough people realize who had their fingerprints on this, the acquisition of it from Ethiopia. Here's my question. Why do you think the Lodge, the Masons, would send James Bruce to acquire this document? What are they looking for with the Book of First Enoch?
Well, one of the things they do is they like to hide behind Enoch, son of Jared, so that they, in the history, they didn't want to be persecuted by the Roman Church. So they had to be very, very careful of what they were doing, and so this goes back a few hundred years. So the rivals were pretty vicious.
Just a few hundred years.
Where is any of it? So this sounds more Joseph Smithy than Enoch ever could. Right? Like the book of Moronicness here is Masonry made up history. Oh, we were so persecuted by Rome. I mean, totally trust us, bro. Like,
because Enoch, son of Jared, guys.
Wait, yeah, what is the causal connection between or relationship between that son and then this Roman Church stuff?
So, like, I'm getting the vibe here that Gary and Abraham think that all this shit is real, right? Like, there actually was an Enoch, son of Jared, and this book, First Enoch, is the one that he wrote. That's the vibe I'm getting. Am I wrong about that?
Dr. Clark in with a clutch one. Yes, Kip. The answer to your question is yes. All right, play a tab. See what happens next.
Just look at the Albigensian Crusade, right? It was the Roman Church trying to wipe that.
What the
What is
fuck are we
that?
talking about? Dude,
This is what I have you guys here for, okay? I get to say that now. I get to say that. Maya always says that to me whenever we have somebody who's like making, what is this? I don't know what this is. You're supposed to explain it.
Okay, so that was
first of
wow.
all-
We're jumping all over history because I looked it up. That's in the 13th century,
right.
and it was
okay.
about the French going after the French crown went after the Cathars in southern France, known as the Albigensians. Gensians were a heretical Christian sect with dualistic beliefs. Oh,
but
no.
they're the sons of followers of Enoch, son of Jared. Is
Yeah.
that okay? All right.
Tomer says it's not clear if the Cathars actually existed. So wait, Tomer, was the French crown just on a genocidal crusade against Southern Frenchmen? Like, is that? I mean, it tracks, but I mean,
wow. Yeah, it certainly does.
Oh, kinda.
Oh,
Okay.
kinda. Wow. Whoops. There we go. Okay.
Oh no.
Shall we learn
aphorism out of existence. Now, they would have done the same thing to the Roman Church, given the same opportunity, because you're not going to have two primary religions that are going to get along.
primary
And they're ultimate.
religions?
Wait.
Primary
So,
religions.
but the persecution of the Southern French, the history tells me it was initiated by a pope, too. So why would the Church
Never
of
mind all
Rome?
that.
Okay.
I think it's probably unimportant.
Oh.
All
The
right.
facts normally are.
Goal is to have this mystical
yes.
religion running the whole earth. So I'm not defending the Roman Church. I'm just saying that's how this world works. And so,
I mean, dude, you're one little patch of square of white right here from just like very clearly defending.
I really thought the first time I saw Gary Wayne, I thought maybe he was a priest or cosplaying as a priest.
Yeah,
I'm glad to see I wasn't the only one.
Well, but like it's like
Zach
like my brain wants to add it in because it would make so much sense. Visually speaking,
they want to be able to control all the information, and they like to put their markers into it. Now we don't know what all the changes might be that they did. We can certainly get a few out of the Book of Enoch and believe me, I like the Book of Enoch a lot. I think it runs.
Hey, I would also like to echo that I also like the Book of Enoch a lot. Sorry.
Yeah, when the Milwaukee, when Lawrence, and his co-host read Enoch, it's great. Behold.
It really is great. By the way, where the hell are you, Lawrence? Not here, apparently. Did you guys see that what your pastor didn't tell you is in the chat?
Yes.
Good to see you. It's late and tomorrow's the Lord's Day. Make sure you get your sleep, buddy, before church. So it's important. Don't let me keep you up. But you're here now, so
yeah,
sure. That's good.
Can he bring Moses on to clear some of this up for us?
Yes, that would be worthwhile.
Yeah.
Actually,
he needs to make a appearance on Bad Scripture Saturday.
Yeah,
you might have to move it up an hour because Moses gets tired.
Perhaps.
But
he does. He's old.
Yeah,
right.
And you'll have to lift the scepter
old.
of.
I have you two.
Scream.
You guys, that's what you're here for, right?
My question
we're here to hold your
is-
left and right arms, so we have victory over
Yes,
the algorithm.
let's hear it,
I have a
Weasel.
question.
Is here,
So
by the
when
way.
you're holding up the scepter and they're winning, right?
Yes.
And then when you like let it go down and then they start losing, how fast does that
delay?
respond? Like how obvious
Yeah.
is it immediately? Like does it go from them just being
it's like-
invincible and defeating everybody to immediately just constantly rolling ones and
Like-
It's like a war too, right? So like when the
Yeah.
arms start to go down, is it just like instant like everybody gets stabbed?
Yeah, is it
It's Kill Bill.
binary or is it animal?
Versus-
Right? Like, do you have to be like 10 centimeters above a certain level, and then you've like maxed it out? But then, like, between it's linear, so like, it goes up and down, or is it binary? So if you're below this thing, then just
But we
everything
we
natural.
do have questions.
Yeah, Moses. I
Zach,
mean, you got.
Help us out.
He would have revelation.
We're
then.
all stumped here. So
Yeah,
you know,
he wrote about Enoch. I mean, duh.
that's true. That's true. He did. Anyways,
Play
what the fuck is Gary talking about?
In everything it has, very consistent with the Bible. There's a lot of what I would say suspicious stuff that's in there as well with the prophetic side that may be very much just added at a later point. But it does line up, so I'm not concerned
He
about
got something right again.
Wait, what does that mean? It does line up. So I'm
That's a
not
good
concerned
question
about
as
that.
well. Line
Because
up with
yeah, well, because
what?
he's talking about the context of there being like later suspect prophetic writings, right? Like that's what I got from it. I thought the context was used like there are later and therefore like kind of suspect prophetic writings because they're being shoehorned into this thing as though they're from that original time period. But then he says, but they line up, so I'm not concerned about that. And I'm like, what? Isn't that the thing to be concerned about?
Guys, there's a cat on the screen.
I mean, that is much more important. Yeah.
It's true.
Evie wants to ruin my presence here.
You mean make it
Sit down,
awesome?
girlfriend.
I don't
by
think you know what the word ruin means.
I'm guessing not. So
Evie,
yeah. All right.
pick a lane. Girl.
Hey, I don't know. The weasel was saying something. Was it important?
Probably not. I've like forgotten most of it.
All
I'll
right.
probably remember if I let him speak, though.
Oh,
But
okay.
things like, let's say, when you have the angels building the ark,
Nope.
that's a Gnostic belief system.
What? Wait, what? Okay, yes. The angels building the Ark of Noah.
Does that? But
So
the Ark of the, not the Ark of the Covenant. Okay.
no, the Ark of Noah. So now that I mean that's now is that in First Enoch? I have to go back and look because I don't remember. Continue. And
that's what the Giaz or the Gies version has in it. I have that one. I
Oh,
like that one.
the Gies,
you-
the
you heard
Gies
of it.
version. That's why. Okay, right. So everyone knows there are the text of Enoch, as we have it, survives in Ge'ez, in Greek, in I believe Coptic, and then we have Aramaic fragments from the Dead Sea Scrolls, and there's a Slavonic text of Enoch as well. So it's like there's big differences between them. So there's a lot of textual development. Most of it's late, but Dr. Clark is picking one up. What I'm putting down here, Rock Angels built the Ark, which is where Freemasons came from. Everything makes sense now. I'm not the only one who appreciates Darren Aronofsky's Noah. Thank you, Dr. Clark.
Version as
You
well.
have the actual Giaz, like it's
No,
actually still.
No, I have the English version of the Gies. So
I thought maybe it was an
I'm
interlinear
sure you do.
Get good.
or something like that. That's what I thought when you said that.
it would be good to have one of those, but I don't think they
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Get good.
want to do that with some of the changes that they did. Not saying
Oh.
there's tons, but the ones that I noticed were two flagrant ones. Is that, and they have Enoch living to be 500 years old.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
no.
in.
Is that a problem?
I don't know why this is a problem.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were
I mean,
echoing them or satirically echoing them. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know,
No,
my brain case size is like a cubic centimeter. It's not very
So
long.
he's also remember what I said here, that the Book of Enoch is it's a compilation, right? So some of the texts it was just constantly added on to over a longer period of time, and some of this stuff with Enoch's age, I believe, comes from the latest part of the book, the Similitudes, which dates to the possibly dates to the post-Christian era. Enoch in the book of Genesis lives to be 365 years old, which is significant. Oh my God, look at that! There's a weasel in the house.
I've been hacked.
So this is significant. Why do you think it might be significant that Enoch lives to be 365 years old in the book of Genesis? Any ideas? Anyone? You're a physicist.
Numerology?
No, it's not even
Because
that
that's
complicated.
impossible.
What is 365?
Wait,
what do you think of?
did you say
365? What's
Oh, that's the
significant
number of
about
days in a
300?
year. What is that? Like, is that what
Yeah.
it was?
It's a
Because
solar calendar.
that's definitely, yeah. I mean,
Solar calendar. At the time that First Enoch was written, there was major calendrical disputes. That sounded funny coming out of my mouth after my
that
my
makes
paranoia,
sense.
right?
I can imagine if you because the calendar is going to be one of the things that you measure best and earliest, because it separates itself up into like nice days, and you're going to notice a drift over the course of a couple decades if you're observant. And you also compare it to you only have to have a couple of astronomical observations that are maybe like personally, like culturally important. You don't have to measure everything in the sky to have some stuff that's gonna be like, oh, this doesn't make like it's supposed to be 365 days, but that doesn't work. Like that's eventually gonna freak people out.
It gets even worse, dude, because at the time, in the 3rd and the 2nd century BCE, that wasn't so much the problem as it was that there were Jewish communities who observed the lunar calendar, which is a 352-day calendar.
Ah, yes. And that makes way more sense. Like, if you're going to make a calendar, you're going to do one that's like, because like night to night, you can probably notice the changes if you know what you're looking for.
Probably would after some time.
And that goes around every 28 days or whatever. Yeah, that would suck because people have totally different ideas of what a year is.
Oh yes, it caused chaos, mayhem. And this is so in terms of Enoch's age in Genesis chapter 4, I believe 4 or 5. It's those are two versions of the same genealogy, but I believe it's in chapter 4. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on that in the chat. He's 365. He lives to be 365 years, which is a nod, I'm quite sure, to the connection made between the solar calendar and Enoch and the people who loved Enoch. They loved the solar calendar. So at a later point in time when they changed his age to his death to 500 years, I don't know what that's about. Maybe they'll explain it. What do you think? Do you think they will?
No.
Okay. Shall we find out?
I have the reference for that. That's First Enoch chapter 60 verse 1. It says in the year 500.
Do you have it? Do you have First Enoch? Can you look at chapter 60 verse 1? Like can we get this done?
Yes. Shall I pull it up here?
I'm totally distracted by side chat.
Uh-oh. You go, man.
Yeah.
And this is part of the Similitudes, which is the latest part of the Book of Enoch, by the way. 60 verse 1. Oh, I missed it. There it is. In the year 500, in the 7th month, on the 14th day of the month, in the life of Enoch, in the same parable, I saw that the heaven of heavens was quaking and trembling with a mighty tremulous agitation, and the forces of the Most High and the angels, 10,000 times a million, and 10 million times 10 million, were agitated with a great agitation. So, yeah. There you go.
As one does.
As one does. So, at least you got
In
the
the
text
7th
right.
month and the 14th
Fair enough, yeah.
day of the month
Yeah.
in the life of Enoch.
Yeah.
That's not a good look. It
That's
probably is
not-
talking about
Oh,
Enoch the evil,
oh.
not day of the month in the life of
Wait, hold on. What's not a good look? I didn't catch this.
Enoch, chapter 60, verse 1. It says, in the year 500, in the 7th month, and the 14th day of the month, in the life of Enoch.
Yeah.
That's not a good look. It
That's
probably is
not- no.
talking about.
It's not a good look that it's different from what's in Genesis chapter 4, because it says that Enoch lived to be was 365 years old and then he left. So these guys are upset that there's a discrepancy, I guess. I don't know why they're bothered. Gary looks happy.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he reminds me. I don't know. I find him unsettling.
he is unsettling.
Enoch the
I
evil,
agree.
not Enoch
Yeah, right? Like, I don't know. I get.
Yes.
Jared. Because that's,
So-
yeah. Go ahead, Brother
So
Gary.
So there are various types of books of Enoch.
Types.
Types.
No,
kinds
hold on.
kinds of
Does he
books of
mean
Enoch,
kinds?
maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Can we
Does he
define
mean
kinds?
I mean,
The kinds of
you know,
Enoch.
all bullshitters
I wanna
bullshit after
hear
their
this.
kind.
Like a lot.
Yes,
I think
true.
they want to put their fingerprints on that to claim it and to conflate the other books as being, reliable as well and kind of directionally talking about the same things. But when we look at the other books of Enoch, which is Second Enoch, sometimes called the Secrets of Enoch,
God.
depending on which collection that you're pulling those out. And then there's Third Enoch, and then there's the Book of Giants.
So second and I mean those things all exist. Second and Third Enoch.
Are they related to each other? Because you mentioned Second and Third Enoch before, which obviously they're going to come up because they, call themselves Second and Third Enoch.
Yeah.
And you can just do something completely different, and it doesn't really matter.
They're really
You're still gonna be-
late. They're really late. So when I say really late, they're like, well, all of this stuff is written after the destruction of the temple, and after the first Jewish war, or even the second Jewish war. I'm not entirely sure. So the Book of the Giants though is older. We actually have copies of the Book of the Giants from the Dead Sea Scrolls from Qumran. Should I read some super chats? I got a few.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Jennifer Silves, a growing number of evangelicals are concerned about the Nephilim and their tech. That's sadly very true.
Wait. Where? Like, where are you seeing that? Is that? Oh, that's just a riff on when we were looking at that channel. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Hilarious.
It's true. Yeah. So thank you for the super chat. Left-handed Jedi, good to see you here. How long before the Anunnaki enters the conversation? Because they're like
they probably already have, and we haven't noticed.
Probably.
They're as secret as the Masons.
That's like Sumerian shit. So maybe they won't. I don't know. Thanks for the super chat. Jennifer Sills for another $5. Enoch didn't die. He was taken by God. Thank you. Right. There you go. The 500th year of Enoch.
Poof.
Still alive, right?
Kip.
Yeah.
Do you know how evangelicals use that passage?
That Enoch walked with God and he was no more. That one. How did
Yeah.
they use it?
So, Mark Driscoll would say something like,
good.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love that guy.
yeah. He's like, let me see if I can put on like a Driscoll demeanor here.
Okay.
I don't know if I have to stand up for this. Let's see. For
Your face has to turn red while you're talking, shouting.
the thing the Lord is trying to communicate here is that Cain died. Shem died. Their descendants died. Another man lives and he dies. Another man lives and he dies. The important thing to realize about the Lord here is that he's trying to show us how when you walk with God, you live forever. You could be in the line of the men who just live and die, or you can walk with God and live.
Well, praise Jesus.
Do we have the same Bible? Hold on. Maybe not. No, never mind. I don't think they are.
Dude,
but they were similar.
I just lost my glasses off the top of my head. Wow. That was a very, very good Mark Driscoll. Nitty,
I
thank
could
you.
have got my
Thank you
leather
for that.
jacket.
You need a baseball hat though, I think, too, or like a
Ooh.
hunting hat.
I have a clown wig. Would that help?
For our purposes, yes.
I love the chat's mixed reaction. It's so good. No, you know what I need to do is I need to get a leather jacket, like, but a bad one, right? Because I have a cool one, and I don't want to sully it.
No,
with
no,
Driscoll
don't sully
vibe.
it. No, don't do that.
And then I need to go on my treadmill, get really sweaty, and like a little out of breath, and then hold my Bible and do the same thing.
I mean, okay, are we talking about an OnlyFans right now? Because
Mark Driscoll's OnlyFans is what we're talking about.
Because like, if
Isn't
we're
it?
gonna plug OnlyFans, I have a hypothetical OnlyFans called Only Physics and or Physics is Hard.
I was going to say
Yes,
physics
I remember
is
this.
hard, isn't it? you and Leo Filius?
Yeah,
Are ya?
Leo and I we're starting an OnlyFans called
Rock
Physics
hard
is Hard.
nude men in front of a whiteboard.
Oh,
with a clean-
physics is hard, Chuck.
Exactly.
Physics is hard.
It's very hard.
All right, let's see. Let's try to get back on topic.
And so we
here.
also have some Aramaic versions of the Book of Enoch that are a little bit shorter than the
Finally,
Ge'ez version.
a
so-
little shorter than the Ge'ez version. They're fragmentary.
Say when.
When? In terms of how much shorter? I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're fragmentary, but also they're early, which Gary, what you should be noticing here is that this means the fucking book was compiled over a longer period of time. It's not like they were missing shit. It just wasn't a thing yet. So, hey, apparently, Bitcourse thinks I should start one too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Again, they're trying to make sure they got their fingerprints on everything and kind of claim it for themselves. But when you get into second Enoch, third Enoch,
Why are we
you
even talking
have
about those?
such
I don't know.
I don't know why we're
wide
talking about second and
variations.
third Enoch.
Yeah, they're not related. Like, that's your
Not
point,
really.
right? Like,
It's
just
Amazing
they're
clearly
they
not
late.
get their
related.
fingers on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
into polytheism.
Mm-hmm.
That, I mean, any Christian looking at it should be just saying, okay, maybe interesting for some context, but can't use it for reliability. But you don't get that type of variation in Book Enoch. And we can also take a lot of the words kind of back to in First Enoch to Hebrew terms and words like sons of God, or for most Christians, when they're reading the Book of Enoch, they say, who are the Ophan?
Does he think that the term sons of God is somehow like a unique Hebrew term?
Maybe.
Like,
That would be
you can translate
remarkable.
like that you can derive that from different languages.
Also, you would expect that to be like a thing that shows up somewhere. If they've got, you know.
So it is a, so just for clarification, there is the only extant evidence for the ancient text of Enoch is in Aramaic. There are scholars who have said that the entire book of the entire early portions of the book of First Enoch were written in Aramaic, but some have suggested that it was a mix of Hebrew and Aramaic. And yes, this term, sons of God, is a term that occurs frequently in Hebrew, and it is what it says it is. This is with reference to divine beings, to other gods, but this is like normal shit all throughout the Hebrew Bible. It's pretty common. So
Angels, and it's actually in the Bible. These are part of the four watcher groups that surround the throne in the Book of Enoch. So we get archangels. That's not an issue. We get seraphim. That's not an issue. We get cherubim, but Ophanim is a little bit different. These are the wheel angels in Ezekiel 1, 3, and 10. So the concentric wheels that go around and around, it's going to be the Hebrew word Gilgal. These wheel angels have a face of a cherub on one of their four faces, so something distinct from the cherub. And that is the Hebrew word Ophan for wheel, as in I am the wheel ones, or the wheel angels. So we can take some of those things back biblically, or like when Satan is in the Eden.
I paused like literally the moment I saw you do anything that like expressed. Because all of that, you know, that's all Greek or Hebrew or whatever.
Yeah. You're a physicist, or an astronomer, or a magnetologist. Magnetologist, I think. Right?
I'm an anti-magnetologist. You know how I feel about this, Kip. You know what you're doing. That's just poor behavior from a friend. All I'm saying.
I have moved on to my wine.
Apologies to the ears.
So
sorry.
So these are
okay.
just he's going through different. By the time the books of Enoch, by the time the book of First Enoch was written, it's there's a developed sense of the divine beings in the cosmos that compartmentalizes angels in ways which are not quite the same as in the ancient Hebrew Bible, the ancient Israelite religion. So I mean, everything he says is basically correct, but he lost me when he got to Satan.
Yeah.
I'm
like,
so I don't know.
Satan has entered the chat. Okay.
Satan has entered the chat.
All right. What do we got?
By the way, guys, I'm having a big party next weekend.
Yeah.
Nitty's got family commitments, but Tap's gonna be there, and he better fix his internet by then. God damn it! But and there's gonna be some other people there as well. I would like to. I can announce that Satan will be there. Satan's coming to my party, guys, on Sunday.
Whoa.
So that's exciting, right? Okay. But shall we find out what Tomer wants to know what party? I hit a couple weeks ago. I hit 20,000 subs.
Yes,
congratulations! Thank you. I'm having a party.
It's pretty
and
funny.
I invited
I'm
a
not
bunch
even
of friends.
subscribed now.
And I did not invite Tomer. So, but with whom? Satan, dude. Satan's gonna be there, and
Yeah,
some
Satan.
other people. So, I'm sorry, Bree. Yeah, it's true. That's true. That's why. That is why. So, and Tomer, this is something that you can fix. So, you can do it. All right.
28, we get a name for one of his titles in the Book of Enoch named Gadrael. Halel is his morning star name. According to the mystic, Samael is his.
So he's talking about Satan here, right?
I don't know. You said
Wait,
Satan.
go back. Go back like a minute.
No, so no, we don't have to. He's
This is
talking
15
about
seconds
Satan.
back, okay?
Okay, fine.
Satan is in the Eden as a cherubim in Ezekiel 28. We get a name for one of his titles in the Book of Enoch named Gadrael.
Right.
Halel is his
Right.
morning star name. According to the mystic, Samael is his seraphic name or seraphim name. And in Ezekiel 28, he's a cherubim, and we get Gadrael, which means wall of God.
Good God.
Or God's
It
wall,
means
depending on how
what?
you want to translate.
Sorry, what did he say? What did he say Gabriel means?
Wall of God, I think.
Seraphim name.
Wall of God.
And in Ezekiel 28, he's a cherubim, and we get Gadrael, which means wall of God.
No.
Right? He said wall of God. Did I mishear? Like WALL of God. That's what I heard.
That is not what Gabriel means.
Did he mean rod
warrior.
of God? Like, do we need to bust out the eggplant emoji? Because, I mean,
no. Well, maybe.
I mean, I'm always down to bust out the eggplant emoji. That's all I have.
Big, strong man of God. So,
it's been 68 years, Chad. Unrelated. Sorry.
Watch Bad Science Sundays, everyone. Yeah. So all those things are wrong. Satan has nothing to do with Halel, the shining one from Isaiah chapter 28, I think it is. And he has nothing to do with Gabriel, which he said it appears in First Enoch, and I'll repeat this: Gabriel does not mean wall of God; it means the big strong man of God. He's a pretty famous fucking angel, guys. Oh, was it Gadriel? I heard Gabriel, but maybe it was Gadriel. It still doesn't mean wall of God.
It was Galadriel.
Galadriel?
Galadriel, yeah.
Wow.
You know, like the grandmother of Elrond.
Oh, right.
Who's going to diminish and then go into the west? The elf, guys, come on.
Oh, maybe it was Gadriel.
That's all I'm saying.
So that could
God's
work.
wall, depending on how you want to translate that. And so because I'm a contrarian, I'm going, well,
yeah, I believe that.
I know El is going to be in the Hebrew for an angel or a god. Can I get Gadra? And I just start to search for Gadra, and then you come across it, and then
wow, that's like just like, let me do a search on all of the data to see if I can fit this fairly short pattern to any of it. And
that's how this shit works.
You're gonna let me tell you something. If you torture the data long enough, it's gonna tell you anything you want. But this is the very low effort version of that. Still works.
Very low effort, yes.
I found it in Strong's dictionary, and boom, okay. Oh, God, got it. One of the names of Satan.
Well,
okay.
Yeah, Strong's, the arbiter of all Bible truth.
Are you familiar
with Black's
Strong's
Law Dictionary of ancient texts or something?
Are you familiar with Strong's, Weasel?
Not even remotely.
Not even remotely. Nitty,
That's
you
why
are
I'm asking
familiar with
for
Strong's.
Yeah,
an
yeah,
example.
yeah.
Yes. Tell us about Strong's, Nitty.
I mean, it's an effort in
Starting
providing
off,
analogous
passive aggressive. I love it.
connections between English words and what they are in Hebrew, and their the definitions of those words in Hebrew and Greek. Sorry, it's a concordance. So you look at an English word in a verse, it'll give you a what's the
They're
word?
numbered.
Yes,
It's like a number.
yes. Yeah, it gives you a number where to find that word and all of its usages, and then it gives you a range of
So
definitions
you don't even
or the
fucking learn the language. You can just
Right.
look up a number.
Yeah.
And it gives you a word. And just a
Then you're a
very,
master.
very basic meaning, and you're good. A fun fact here, guys. In my first year, before I started my post-secondary education at a Bible college before I transferred out to an actual university. And in that first year, I was also serving as like a pastor in a church. And before I took any language courses, I would preach regularly in my local church, and I used to use Strong's dictionary to form the content of my sermons, and they were as bad as you think they were. Yeah. So, yeah, Strong's, it's bad. I mean, it's no shade, right? Like if you're just a guy, if you're just a weasel working in a non-magnet place, and you're looking up words because you want to know what they mean. Sure. I mean, I guess it can be of some use, but
it's either that or I'm bugging you specifically.
Yeah, right.
So
and I'm usually telling you to fuck off. So it's what you have access to. But god damn it, you shouldn't be writing books based on your research from Strong's. Maybe not the best.
No.
But if you spend a couple $100 on some like high volume AI tokens, you could probably get an AI to just research and write the whole thing for you using
you probably could.
Yeah.
And then we're off to the races, right? Exactly.
It's a good call.
All right.
It's a good call.
So
I
Gary,
mean,
it's
I bought Bible logo software, and I am also now a very awesome Christian author. So
you're like literally an expert.
Totally.
A part of my soul dies every time somebody mentions Logos software. I'm sorry.
If you have read BioLogos software, you would know that oh god damn it, Michael Heiser would agree with that view. That I can't do, Rob. I just can't.
No,
I tried.
God. Oh, please. Oh, he's not here, is he?
No,
it's surprise. No, he frequents my chat. Well, he hasn't been here in a little while since I started ignoring him, but he used to be in here all the time.
I can't do
Rob, the Sentinel.
Yeah.
Sentinel apologize. Do you know what I used to call him?
Butchered it
back in the day. I used to call him the Deepak Chopra of Christian
Oh,
apologetics.
God.
Yes. Yeah.
Fucking Deepak.
He didn't like it. He didn't. He did
No.
not.
He
did
shouldn't.
not
If it, I mean,
like
if he
it.
likes it, that's its own problem, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, it fit. Tell me, Nitty, did it? Does that
Yeah.
fit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets.
I mean,
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. If I could, like, if I knew selling out would mean in 3 years I have the same wealth Deepak Chopra has,
Yeah.
I'd absolutely do it.
Dude.
And then, you know, it depends. Like, does the genie mean I can't revert? Because that actually is really important. Because if I can
Very
revert
important.
after the 3
Yeah.
years, that like instant. Yes, I'm selling out for 3 years. I don't care. It's fine.
And you
but
can
if
recant
not,
then
I'd
afterwards.
Mm.
Yeah.
probably still do it. Like
Yeah.
after, because that's a lot.
I mean, Deepak Chopra could
Look
he
back.
could just say, "Look, guys, this was all bullshit." And what's going to happen to him? Like, really?
He would get sued from people, but none of those would go
maybe.
anywhere. He's been pretty good,
Right.
I think, about like not doing anything because nothing other than he
Yeah.
would like earn respect from some people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but who would still be like, no, but you're still shitty. Like you did this for decades, and now you're just confirming you knew it was all a grift. And he should. If he doesn't know it's all a grift, then that would be remarkable.
Yeah, it's true. I got a couple super chats here, guys. Jennifer Sills for $5 says Strong's splits the same word under multiple numbers with a different set of meanings under each number. You can't look at all the possibilities. Very good point. For those of my students, my Hebrew students who are in the chat, you have a basic understanding of how this works. There are multiple different conjugations of Hebrew verbs. There are varieties of ways in which certain Hebrew nouns function and are translated. It gets complicated, and this is why there is no substitute for actually learning the goddamn language. I'm looking at you, insipid sophistry.
Oh, I thought you were good.
I'm looking at you.
I was very ready for you to be looking at me.
No, I don't care about
normally
you.
looking at me. I'm very beautiful. Okay.
I think
You know,
Very
in a
true.
Chewbacca-like
Very
way.
true. Yes, you look phenomenal, Weasel.
I think if we tried even for a moment to review every apologetics channel or Christian channel that looks at a Strong's and says they know what's up, we would die before we finished finding all that.
Yeah, it's very true.
Well, you would die
It's
first.
very true.
But
shut up. I've got another one here from Hank Fishy, who is one of my long-suffering patrons. Thank you so much for your ongoing support. In Buddhism, there are some fly-ass Buddha names like Diamond Strong, Universally Dispense Gold Light Buddha. I want that name. That sounds badass. I remember somewhere there being a dictionary of angel names, but what's the dopest goat angel name recorded? Ooh.
Metatron. Metatron, in my opinion, I'm just saying.
Because Metatron sounds like a fucking transformer, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
When
isn't
people
Metatron
told me
kind
that
of a
Metatron was the name of an
transformer, though?
angel, I did not believe them. I was like, you're fucking with me. You're making this up. This isn't real. Like, that's insane. Okay? That's the name of a transformer or something like that. Possibly a like weird robotics physics experiment. We would like if it ends with Tron, solid chances of physics apparatus. Like the Tevatron.
What were you gonna say, Nitty?
I mean, isn't Metatron kind of like a transformer though? Because it's a being that bears a divine name and can do
Yes.
stuff.
Hold on. So time out. I need to clarify here that
Yeah.
like, so bearing the divine name, I mean, I guess it's somewhat transformative,
Well,
but I
it's
don't
not
think
ju-
I
yeah.
don't think in the way that you
Okay.
you think that maybe
No,
people
it's
think.
fine.
Like it's still very importantly, and this was picked up also by my friend Simone, who is not in the chat tonight. But I was chatting with her today. Very importantly, I think it's critical that people notice this. This is with reference to this whole two powers in heaven controversy / idea. I'm going to be making a video on this month. Excuse me. I'm drinking wine, by the way. So very importantly, the two powers in heaven does not mean that they are the same. There's two of them, right? They're
Yeah.
separate beings. They're separate gods. They're not the same. They're not.
Are they
the s-
indistinguishable?
They're totally distinguishable.
Okay, well, in that case, they're not even like you can't even make the ultimately incorrect, but still like maybe bullshittingly convincing quantum argument that they're indistinguishable particles. But there's two of them. Two is still different than one if you have sorry.
Physics, blah 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 is what I heard. So Punk to Pastor is happy to see you, Weasel. So I don't.
They have terrible taste.
All right. Shall we continue?
Look, when I investigate things, it's not necessarily the things that we have in common with the canon, right? The 66 books.
Yep.
But it's the differences that make the difference, right?
Yeah.
So Joseph
The
Smith,
66 books. Did you catch that?
I did.
He's got
that
a
make the
66
canon.
The canon. Do you know what that is?
That's
Weasel?
the 66 books of the Protestant Bible, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
these guys
And
are
I
very
know
Protestant.
it's 27 books of the New Testament because Bart Ehrman does a whole thing where it's 3 cubed and it's a miracle, and it's very effective at teaching me though.
Yeah.
It really is.
Oh, fuck. God.
And so
Wow.
it's a funny little bit he does, but now I can remember how many books are in the New Testament. But yeah,
Very good.
66 in the Old Testament.
So
I mean, in the whole
there,
Bible.
there are
Latter-day
multiple canons, right? That's the
Yeah,
Protestant
yes,
canon.
in the
There's-
Protestant Bible,
There's a
which
Catholic.
is the one I grew up with. So
Yeah, me
it's the
too.
one
So
in this.
there's a Catholic canon. There's an
Orthodox.
Eastern
Eastern
Orthodox canon. There's an Ethiopic canon.
Yeah.
There was no canon at the time of
So
Jesus and
of the, I believe 6 or maybe it's 8 parties that are involved in the so-called status quo that's like responsible for the ladder that you can't move. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
oh yeah. At the you're talking about the Church of the Holy Sepulchre here, aren't you?
Yeah, the Church of the Holy
Yeah.
Sepulchre. There are rules about you can't move anything unless all is it 6 or 8 factions
I don't know.
agree. How do they all have different canons, or do any of them have the same canon? Because I know that you've got Ethiopian, Coptic, but
Yeah. I don't
and then a
know
few
what
others.
the Coptic canon looks like. I actually don't.
Okay.
Do you?
But
Nitty? I don't.
No clue.
Okay.
that's a really fun fact is that there's a ladder that you can't move because if you move it, a bunch of monks are going to start fighting.
Who doesn't want to
This
see
has
monks?
happened multiple times.
It's a wonder it hasn't been moved, because who doesn't want to see monks fighting? Like, seriously, who doesn't want to see that? Chat, do you want to see the monks fight? I think you do.
Yes,
Right?
Hypatia. Yeah.
Do we need a poll?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Alpha.
Alpha's here. It's good to
It's
see
all
you.
a psyop.
Why?
you know.
Why are you awake? God damn it. Yes.
Look, this
everyone.
isn't Jay Dyer's house. Not everything's a psyop, okay?
All right.
Saint
Okay.
apologist will tell you, oh, there's a lot of parallels to Isaiah, the book of Isaiah. But if you look deeply into it, well, there's a lot of plagiarisms of Isaiah that Joseph Smith did with Shakespearean English. So
you know what? And it came to pass that you're not wrong.
no doubt the writers of Enoch,
Good.
First Enoch specifically, they had knowledge of the Hebrew tongue. No doubt they understood a lot of the mystical ideas and lore of the time frame, Second Temple, 300, 200 BC to the destruction of the temple.
I thought you froze, Dr. Kill.
I was
like,
I was processing the writers of the Book of Enoch had knowledge of the Hebrew tongue. I mean, he's talking about the ones who were writing in fucking Hebrew and Aramaic.
hey, there
right?
we go. Yeah, I mean, well, so maybe it's like a Kent Hovind sort of situation, because he was asked in court under the penalty of perjury, right?
Okay.
Yes. I don't know if he was sworn in, but he was asked, like, do you read and speak English? And his response, to some extent.
To some extent.
To some extent.
It's not a lie.
Oh, nice.
You know, it's not a lie. And frankly, I can totally imagine myself saying the same thing, because it's not a lie and it's really funny. Even though, you know, people are going to now say that, like, it's also, the thing is, there's other evidence that suggests that he, like, isn't that literate.
Much evidence. Yes, much evidence. That feels like a lawyer trick, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say hi to Misinterpretations, who is here. And oh my God. Oh wait, are you in Germany? She maybe no, it would be, what time is it in Germany? Very early?
Yeah, it's very early.
But yeah, it's very early. So maybe, well, in any event, holy cow that you're here. That's pretty amazing. Yeah. It's a good thing we weren't talking about Enoch chapter 69. Just that's true. All right. Nice.
My question is this. The anachronisms are very interesting to me, but what about the solar calendar? What are your thoughts on the solar calendar and how that relates to the Essenes?
Yeah, so the most important book of the Essenes was the Book of Jubilees, which is a book associated with Enochian mysticism and Enoch. And
the most important book to the Essenes was the Book of Jubilees. I mean, they liked the Book of Jubilees.
Was it the least important book?
It wasn't the least important book. Definitely
okay,
not.
So,
the least
so they're at least
book,
on that. They're on that half
fair,
of getting the question right.
Yes.
Yes. I have no idea.
No, but you know, I mean, the Book of Jubilees. I mean, there's a number of ways to do this. Certainly not nearly as important to the Essenes as the Book of Isaiah, or the Book of Psalms, or the Book of Deuteronomy, or the Book of Genesis.
Were there any books that were not part of the 66 books of the Protestant canon that would rank among the ones you just listed? Because
the Book of Jubilees is in that list. So is the Book of Enoch. Arguably, so are things like shoot, I'm drinking, right? So
you're talking about stealing the format of the show.
Yes.
BSS.
Are you always
yeah.
drunk on BSS? With bleach?
No, not with bleach.
No.
Well,
Okay.
you don't get drunk on
Ah.
bleach, you get dead on bleach. Just FYI, chat.
But you're a weasel, right? Or I just
Mm-hmm.
assumed it was how you imbibed. So
I'll just do it for the meme.
there's the Psalms of Joshua seems to have been kind of important, and there's various
Yeah.
ways of doing this, right? It's books that they quoted from directly, numbers of books that they collected. I mean, there's 21 copies of Isaiah. There's 36 copies of the book of Psalms. There's 33 copies of the book of Deuteronomy. I think there's only is it like 6 or 7 copies of the book of Jubilees, which is the same number of copies as they had for the book of Jeremiah, and more copies than they had for the book of Ezekiel. So, like, I don't know. It's most important, though. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Who introduces the solar system and the solar calendar. Now, biblically, it's important to know this because from an Israelite, from an Abrahamic, from a Noahite, from an Adamite, from a Sethite, they used the lunar calendar to follow God. But the solar understanding and the calendar that's going to be used that Jubilees focuses on is the one that becomes the way of the world, because it's what the Royals adopt.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Enoch.
The who?
The Royals?
What the fuck is that?
Does he? I have no idea. Like, if he said the Royals, it would still make not very much sense.
It's a
but
baseball team in Kansas City, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, or something Royale with cheese, which I don't know if that's a real thing, but I know it's a line from Pulp Fiction.
Who develops the sun worship.
Alpha Centurion, I am open to the idea.
Can I be one of the 20 apologists?
Wow.
I would come with flabbergasting arguments that he would have no idea what to do with. All of them would involve quantum mechanics.
I just tell you to fuck off, dude.
Well, yeah, but it would be great content. Okay.
Indeed. Would it be as great as grumpy Jordan B. Peterson facing down 20 atheists? Did you guys see that? That was something.
No, I didn't, because I'm fairly done with the man. I don't like it's not something that I'm gonna prioritize my time with. I have a lot of people that I watch that are worth a watch.
He seriously looked. Chat, tell me if I'm wrong about this, but he seriously looked like he wanted to be anywhere else in that thing. He just
did he behave like it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Well, maybe he
didn't claim that.
How many times did lobsters come up?
Religion that also had the bull cult reflected in it before the flood. This becomes the universal polytheist religion. It's the religion of Atlantis and any other civilization want to name
what
before
the
them.
fuck?
Okay, we just went full Atlantis up in this bitch. I'm not sure what we're supposed to do with this.
This is your territory, 100% your territory.
Okay, okay. At this point, we have to be on the lookout for space Hebrews. Okay, because when we're talking Atlantis, I feel like we're in Jordan territory, and when we're in Jordan territory, we gotta so keep your ears out for Thoth. Space Hebrews, and of course Christ consciousness. Okay, so if Christ consciousness comes up, also a linchpin concept here. Now, how those things logically interact with each other, the solution does not exist. It's not how that works. But yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we have taken a turn here. We're entering. This is new.
We are in Atlantean territory.
Shall we see what happens in Atlantean territory?
I always knew you were a bad friend.
Flood that took it to a level by developing, with a conjunction of the 7 sacred sciences, as they call it, with the knowledge from.
What the hell just happened?
Who's calling it the 7 sacred sciences?
Sorry, am I still on the stream?
By the way, guys, I fucking kick ass at bingo. Bad Science Sundays every Sunday night, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. You can watch tomorrow night, and you will never beat me at bingo because I win like all the time. I'm not kidding. I was 3 squares from a blackout last weekend. 3 squares.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
We're back to cat cam, by the way.
We are, and it's lovely.
So
thanks
regal.
for that, Nitty. Very regal.
From the fallen angels or the gods, they developed the mystical religions, and from the mystical religions, they developed the mystery schools to develop these disciplines. Now, if we look forward, roll everything forward to today, to a university campus, we have a degree system.
Oh my God, to the university campus.
Oh boy.
You work on a university campus.
I do.
Don't you, Dr. Tapioca Weasel?
I do.
Have you been holding out on me? Because it's been a couple years since I've worked on a university campus. What are you not telling me here?
The only thing remotely related to anything at work that I would not want to repeat on YouTube, I'll tell you about it when we get offline, and you're going to be like, oh, that actually makes a lot of sense. And it's extremely woke. All I got to say.
Okay. All right. Good.
But, like, you know, since I'm not going to discuss it,
okay.
I'm not actually
well, let's connect the dots here.
Fire architecture all the way through, whether it's Babylon, Greek, Rome, Egypt.
Kitty. Oh,
What?
So beautiful.
Everything in it is honoring the pantheon of the gods. Everything's named after that. And you have a ritual for graduation wearing black Cathar gowns.
Cathar? Is that what they're called?
Cathar, yeah. And so...
Do you know what that means? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Is it like a catheter?
Is this just Joe Rogan but with a lot less budget? Like,
yes.
Joe Rogan has way more charisma than either of these guys.
Oh my God. Oh, yes.
My cat has the face to express this.
Yeah, fucking
no.
right. Oh
Bye,
God.
kitty.
Oh no. Bye. What's your kitty's name?
That's
dude?
Evie, like the Pokemon.
Evie.
Because when she was little, she had the ears, you know, the pointy ears.
I don't know anything about
that stick
Pokemon.
straight up.
I don't.
It's okay,
dude. I'm
fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about
50-something years old. I don't.
You look like you're 37.
It's okay.
Okay.
But no, like Joe Rogan
you don't
just
look like
goes
you're 37,
around.
you look like you're 43, but you You do look like you're 43. Okay.
He'll
Thank
just nod and say,
Thank you.
"Yeah."
I'll take it.
Oh man, that's
So,
wild.
and you're doing all sorts of oaths and things. I mean, everything is the same way as it was sort of
Oaths.
before in the
Oh,
beginning.
tell us. Oh, you. Okay. I've spent some time in a university. Weasel, you've spent some time in a university. Tell me of the oaths that you have taken.
I have taken oaths, but only because I was, weirdly enough, a member of a fraternity. And even then, they weren't oaths. You could call them oaths. They're not really relevant to anything we're talking about. No, in order to get a degree, in order to get like the piece of paper that, like, you know, is supposed to mean the Illuminati is on our side, you don't have to take any oaths.
I did not. What about
Not a single oath.
Graduation? And you'll have to say something because. Fun fact: I have attended. I've attended 2 of my graduations. I did not attend my PhD graduation.
Me neither.
So,
I wasn't even.
Oh my God! Maybe that's the one where they take all the oaths, and we don't know. Maybe.
No, because like I defended. I submitted my thesis.
Yeah.
They accepted my thesis, and I had defended. So
yes,
that's it. Like that's all you have to do.
That's it. That's all I had to do. I was done.
Yeah, you're a doctor. I moved because I had a job and like a road trip to go on. Because, you know, I needed to take a couple weeks off.
I chose to not fly to Manchester and rent. So I had to either my choice. I had to either purchase the Cathar. He called them the Cathar, right? I had to either purchase
the Cathar
robes or rent the Cathar robes to attend my Graduation at Manchester while I was not anymore at Manchester. So I said, yeah, okay, I'm good. I don't know. Maybe they take oaths, and maybe you and I, we missed that day in school, literally.
I mean, I guess, but
I guess.
You know what they call?
Anybody have does anybody have a PhD in the chat who attended their graduation and can fill us in on the oaths that they took? That would be great.
My friend actually got his MD yesterday and was at his graduation and had the whole thing.
But he had to take the Hippocratic.
So like my mom sent me a picture because it was so he may have had to take the Hippocratic oath, but like you can read the Hippocratic oath. Like I'm okay with the Hippocratic oath.
Yeah, I'm good with that one. But they did. I mean, maybe they make everybody take that one. But Dr. Clark says I did not take an oath at my PhD thing. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's good. Hypathia says that they have no education. Also good. I
mean, you can read and write, so like that's a fair amount of education. Like if you compare yourself to most people in all of human history,
it's true. Yes, it's
in the top half of education. Probably
top half.
10%.
Yes, that's right. It's very good. Okay. Nitty, you look perplexed. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
No,
Okay.
Nitty's just like, I don't know why you make me stream with the weasel.
Just that's sort of the modern influence. So we would know the 7 sacred sciences as the 7 liberal arts. Knowledge is neither good nor evil.
Oh my God!
But they.
What?
I don't even know what the 7 liberal arts are.
I don't.
Okay, and I have a bachelor of arts. I don't have a bachelor of science.
I have a master of arts, and I don't
have a master's degree at all.
Hold on a second.
Wow. You would admit that. That you would admit that on a on the internet is something. It's a thing. It's definitely
That I
a
would
thing.
admit not having a master's
Having
degree.
a master's degree, yes, right.
I have a PhD. What do I need a master's degree for? I do have a PhD. Like,
damn it.
But Enoch developed this knowledge and religion to lead people away from God. Was priority number one. Priority number two was to not give God credit for.
But wait, isn't Enoch supposed to be the guy who walked with God?
He walked with God. So, chat.
I can't even do that. I'm very tall.
I
am appealing. I am speaking out to all you fine members of the woke atheist cult. Hear me now.
Activate Weasel Cult.
Them too. Enoch walked with God. In the text of the Hebrew Bible, in Genesis chapter 4, or maybe 5, the word that is used there and is translated as walked is the same fucking word that is used of goddamn Yahweh himself when he walked in the Garden of Eden in Genesis chapter 3. It's the same fucking word. Enoch walked with God
for 9 hours.
It's chapter 5, verse 24.
9 hours.
Nice. Very nice.
That's so good.
It's the same word that's used for the Satan in Job chapter 1. When it talks about him walking around on the earth, going to and fro.
But I mean, when you walk with God, you start other religions. Wait, isn't the whole point of Enoch being the author like an attribution to someone who's with God?
Yes.
In the same religion to provide revelation? Like what?
If you read the Genesis Apocryphon, which is an Aramaic text that was discovered in the Dead Sea Scrolls, you will hear this entire story. Lamech, the father of Noah, had to consult with his father, who was Methuselah, about this weird, crazy God fucking child that his wife Bitanosh was impregnated with. He was freaked out. He was freaked the fuck out about this so much so he went and talked to his dad, Methuselah, and Methuselah was like, I don't know. So what did Methuselah do? He went to Enoch. Because why? Because Enoch walked with God. Enoch was with the gods. He knew all this shit, which is why people trusted him. They put their trust in him because this is who he was. This is what he did. I'm sorry.
Okay, you're right. But even if that hadn't been true, Enoch was Methuselah's dad. So he probably he might have gone to him.
Yes. Okay, fine. Yes.
Right.
True.
Am I wrong?
Okay. No, you're right. Sorry.
I'm reading the.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Enoch was Methuselah's dad. So
like even if Enoch was like the worst influence, families are crazy, man. We be like that. So who knows what would have happened?
Okay.
It's a hot mess. I'm just saying.
Which is why God isn't permitted.
By the way, is your plan to get all the way through this? Because that was not happening.
No, it's certainly not. I don't know what to do except just to play until we're tired and too drunk to continue. So whenever you guys
in universities today on any topic. And
Hold on, what did he say?
Priority number 2 is to not give God credit for anything, which is why God isn't permitted in universities today on any topic.
Did you hear that?
What does that mean?
Well, tell Stuart and Cliff they're not welcome anymore.
Right? Yes.
Like, so the places where he might vaguely have a point are in fields like mine. You know how many people mention God in their papers? Literally none that I have ever read, like, ever. Like, it doesn't even come up in papers where it might come up as like a idiomatic rhetorical device, but no, it doesn't. It's not a thing that is relevant to what we are talking about. However, there are entire fields of academia, like as being presented on the screen right there. You should make yourself big on the. You gotta.
Should I make myself big? I should embiggen. Should I embiggen myself?
You should embiggen yourself. Yes.
Did you guys read that?
Exactly.
Doctor of Philosophy.
Oh God, you're not supposed to see the name. There we go. Do you see what it says there at the bottom?
No.
It says.
Well, not at the bottom.
No.
You hit the bottom.
I'm sorry. It was my name. It says religions and theology.
But.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh,
it's blurry. You can always edit that chunk out.
Yeah.
I will need to. It says I graduated from the Faculty of Humanities in Religions and Theology at the University of Manchester. Do you think in the Department of the Religions and Theology that we weren't talking about God?
You see, though, Kip, you were talking about God. You weren't loving God.
I've had this for coming up on 3 years. I've not gotten a fucking frame for it.
Don't accidentally wipe your ass with it then.
For the record, I've always it was an argument with Whitsid where I busted that out and showed it on camera. Where I was like, okay, I'm
Whitsid.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Shut up. Seriously?
It was an after show that for a debate that he was having, and it was an after show on Kaz's channel, Atheist Edge. And Whitsit stopped by, and I was like in the thing, and Whitsit was in the thing, and he brought up how he could disprove a Van de Graaff. I have the link. Hold on. I have this link. I do. It's somewhere right here. Whitsit Van de Graaff clip. Well, now it's not showing. Hold on.
Pat just got home from date night, y'all.
Ooh.
Why?
Oh, you're trying to find something, but you also control the play button, don't you?
I know. Sorry.
Oh.
And to slander God, and fourthly, to honor their pantheon of gods in every way. Those are the four goals of the mystical religion that I call Enochian mysticism, which is the same religion that develops at Babylon.
What? Okay. What? What are we talking about?
Where in our records of anything Babylon does it say they developed this specific religion?
About Enoch and the seven schools of the humanities,
the liberal arts. Yeah.
The liberal arts.
And then the
yes, that's it.
There.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it. They were just developing liberal education in Babylon. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the 7, by
Totally.
the way.
It's
This is the horrific
Oh,
evil religion.
okay.
Grammar,
Yes, let's
logic,
have it.
rhetoric, arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy. So evil. So against God.
I have taken none of those things.
Which becomes the daughters of Babylon, that becomes a religion of Egypt that the Essenes take back or adopt into Israel, and
Wait.
also the Magi version through the Kabbalists.
Okay, hold on,
And
Pause. So can now I feel like I feel like I'm getting lost. Can you back it up like
this is like
20
trying to listen
seconds?
to Trump's latest speeches at the
Hey,
White House.
Hey, Tap. Do you
Yes.
have your whiteboard?
I'm somewhere where I don't know where I am.
I
Right
do
now.
have my whiteboard.
Oh, you've got your whiteboard. Can you help us track this?
What just happened?
Probably not, but we can make it an
I have a
amusing
whiteboard
attempt, right?
somewhere.
So
Okay.
you know
all
how
right.
I told you earlier that it was good that you let me know that I was gonna have the whiteboard, because then I could like gather all my markers. I can only find 2 of them, even though earlier I definitely had to.
Doesn't matter.
No, it probably doesn't matter. But
Yeah, well,
okay, let's. Once you get your markers, or
I got
2 markers is
I got
fine.
markers.
That's
I got
fine.
markers.
Okay. All right. So let's listen to this. I want to hear the connections that he's making. I want to make sure we've got this right. Okay.
Oh well,
Maybe let's
that's
let
cool,
okay.
but let's give it our
Let's
old
give it a go.
try.
Let's hit play
Okay.
and see what he says.
I'm gonna turn on the closed. I got
Oh, good. Okay. God
no,
isn't
not-
permitted in
not-
the universities today. Okay. All right. Let's see.
Turn on the opacity.
any topic, and to slander God, and fourthly to honor their pantheon of gods in every way.
Okay.
Okay, so we're slandering God and we're honoring the pantheon. What am I writing down?
Let it go for a minute here. Let's
Those
see.
are
A full minute?
4 goals of the mystical religion that I call Enochian mysticism, which is the same religion that develops at Babylon.
Okay.
Which becomes the daughters of.
Okay. Pause. Babylon. The religion developed at Babylon. Maybe let's start with Babylon.
With the Enochi religion.
Yeah.
How do you spell Babylon? I don't know how to spell
Babylon.
There we
go.
Okay. And then from Babylon are the daughters of what's next? I think daughters of
Babylon, that becomes a religion of Egypt.
Daughters of Babylon. Daughters of Babylon. Okay. Becomes the daughters. That's fine. It means it says daughters. I can see that. And then next from the daughters comes the religions of Egypt. So maybe just Egypt after that. Right? It's from the daughters though.
No, you're right. Okay, this is why we have a hierarchy, right? You're absolutely
That's right. So Egypt, right? And then what's next?
The Essenes take it
to Israel, and also the Magi version.
Okay, Essenes take it to Israel. Essenes from Egypt.
I can't. I'm sorry. I'm like trying to like hold the thing. You know what I need? I need the weasel. I have no weasel. I have no weasel.
So those are the Essenes.
Yeah.
And they take it to Israel.
Oh God damn it! My vacuum is on my bed and it's turned on. Hold on. We are having technical. God damn.
No one needs to know what you do with a vacuum in your bed. All right.
I just store it here because I'm lazy.
It's.
Although
Are you Dewey from the movie Scary Movie? Like, what's going on here?
I don't know where it went. Oh, it turned off. Oh no, it's down. It's down at my feet. Okay, I found my vacuum.
Okay. Oh, good. Phew. So the
Chat.
scenes.
I'm a professional physicist. I swear to God.
So they're all like this.
Okay, so yeah. So there's an asterisk with an E. I promise.
Okay, so those are the scenes. They take to Israel, right?
And this becomes Gnosticism as we would know it. It becomes all the mystical religions.
Okay, stop.
Okay, so
because there's like, wasn't there the Magi first? You forgot the Magi.
You know what? I don't have time for the Magi. We're going to Gnosticism.
But what if we miss the Magi? Isn't this a very important?
I missed the Magi, and you know what? I'm doing just fine.
All around the world. And what people don't know is...
Oh, wait, no, you're not sharing the thing. You're
okay. Mystical religions around the world from... okay. Mysticism. You could just say mystic.
Around...
Maybe. Yeah, okay.
The world.
The world. All right.
So that's mysticism around the world. That's what I'm doing for it.
Yes. Okay.
Of the pantheon around the world are the same gods, just different vernacular names. So I'll use.
Okay.
All of the gods. Wow. I am not going to be able to express the idea that all of the gods around the world are the same names.
Should we?
On what's remaining of my whiteboard, and I tried, Chad.
You did.
Well, look at the Apostle Paul's tennis without the net, right? Where he just goes, "Well, everything could be a demon." Ha ha ha.
All right. I have to look at this again though. So we have the gods of Babylon were transferred to the daughters of Babylon, to Egypt, to the Essenes,
went to the Magi,
went to the Magi and Israel, and then to the Gnostics, and they became the mystery religions around the world. Okay. Is everyone as lost as I am?
Okay, I've written Magi backwards.
You did
on the arrow that went that way. Okay, that's
very good. Oh yes, you are
This is the type of effort that you can expect from Dr. Tapioca Weasel here on YouTube. Okay, it's all I have.
I don't know what's happening.
Every Sunday night chat on Bad Science Sunday on Maya Kissen's channel, you can watch Dr. Tapioca Weasel sort his way through magnetology in the same sort of way as we see exemplified here. So there's still, for some goddamn reason, there's still 88 people watching this
we love you.
So we do love you. But why are you here? Seriously. It boggles my mind. But so okay, I think we've got this mapped out.
Oh God, I it started on its own. I swear to God.
What happened?
Oh, what the hell?
Oh wow, you moved all the way. Okay. Well, oh dear.
Oh God.
Well, wait, maybe. Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
We weren't that far back. It was it was like at about 108, 107, 108. Yeah, I don't know.
Anachronisms are very interesting to me, but what if
anachronisms he mentioned?
Oh, okay. Solar calendar. No.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
What is this?
Oh God,
about
no.
Kronos and Zeus.
Oh, you
boy.
know what?
Play, play.
This is actually a whole fun new way of interacting with this video, though. Just going forward, because the thing is, when you go forward by 5, about half the time you miss a text block because 5 seconds is long enough that you don't just have adjacent text blocks. So you don't get a full view of what they're saying. You might miss 2, actually. I'm not sure. But you don't get a full view of what they're saying, and it can be hilarious.
Okay, let's see.
Because small reference to between parent gods ruling before the flood, like that's not grammatically right. Offspring, the flood. So Kronos is the father of Zeus in Greek. Which is that wrong?
I mean, in Greek religion, that's true. It sounds funny when he says
it does sound funny because Kronos is the father of Zeus in any language. It doesn't matter the language.
Sure, it doesn't need to
matters
be Greek.
Because Kronos and Zeus are only like things in the thing, right? So
of course Zeus did it. So all right.
And then so if we go, because the parent gods went to the pit prison.
Oh,
wait, all right, you gotta go back and just play. I gotta hear all this.
I think
together.
so. I think I have to hear this.
I need to find a way to change the setting of what like the sideways arrow goes from 5 seconds to 3 seconds because
Kronos rules before the flood, Zeus rules after the flood because
wow.
Okay.
I have never heard that before. Have you guys ever heard that?
I've never heard this.
Nitty.
Okay.
Nitty, have you no?
No.
Oh god.
This would have just even okay.
This is what my vacuum was trying to say, guys.
I think this is accurate. Zeus was a 33rd degree Mason.
This is so unbiblical. All right, because
absolutely unbiblical.
So unbiblical.
Because even if like you find the most Robin Bullock, cat cur wackadoo Christian, right? If you started running those like last 3 sentences to them, they'd be like,
"Wait, what?
Look, I saw a roller coaster in heaven with jars of hearts that are replaced for your bad ones with arrhythmias.
Oh,
but what the fuck are you saying?"
Pat sent in a super chat. Warning. Don't do psychedelics before watching. Well, I mean, Pat, you should have maybe sent that super chat in at the beginning.
Yes.
Of the stream. I mean, this isn't doing anybody any good after we've been at this for 150 minutes, right?
I'm a solid 2 kilograms of pure MDMA in at this point. Like it's not even possible to like absorb that amount.
Wow.
For the crimes. The offspring gods do this same thing. They just
we're talking about pit prisons for the
crimes. The offspring gods do the same thing. They disappear as well. In fact, in the Ugaritic text with Baal, they're trying to bring them back.
What? Zeus? What he was talking about Zeus and Kronos, wasn't he?
Well,
probably in the Ugaritic text, they're trying to bring these gods back. What is the timeline?
What the fuck is he talking about?
Is this like disjointed Doctor Who moments where there's like a god over here and a god over there, here a god, there a god, everywhere in time a god?
It must be.
Ugaritics try to bring them back. Yahweh Elohim, like I don't know when.
I think this is apropos. Misinterpretations asks, but did the Magi take an oath? It's a very, very good question.
It's a good question.
A very good question. Thank you. And maybe yes. Maybe that's the
Either
whole
in
point
some
of
accounts
this.
he died. In some places they just don't know where he is. In other accounts, but he's in the pit prison as well, along with the Baalim Council.
Baalim Council.
The Baalim Council? What?
I don't know what the Baalim Council
Okay.
is. So,
so it's not a thing, Dr.
All
Tapioca
right.
Weasel. There is no Baalim Council.
Is it like
There's just
baleen? Like the
no.
whale tooth sort of weird thing?
No.
Okay.
There are Baalim, which is a way that the writers of the Hebrew Bible denigrate and polemicize against the worshippers of Baal.
Right.
Baal was worshipped in many places, and Baal was attached to individual centers at which he was worshipped, same as Yahweh, by the way.
Yahweh.
So, Yahweh. It's just a way of referring to this very, very popular, very prominent god in the Ugaritic text. The god Baal, the very popular god, is, but in the text is fragmentary, so it's uncertain whether or not he actually dies, is killed by the god Mot. Mot means death, by the way, or if he's just weakened and then sent to the underworld. There is some question about this, but importantly, Baal comes back and then defeats Mot and takes over the Divine Council, and everything's good. But there is no Baalim Council. That's just nonsense. What the fuck?
Okay, so I have bad news.
What is the bad news?
The Nitty is fading.
Oh, is it time to go? It must be time to shut it down. I'm sorry. Nitty is the only one of the three of us who is broadcasting from the Eastern time zone. So it is.
It's true.
What
I think
time
my
is
kids
it?
actually wore me out a little bit. Yeah.
40 in the morning.
It's true.
It's like 1:40. So, wow, holy cow. I apparently
I know
the goddess is displeased.
You guys can keep going.
So I mean we could, but we've been at this for a while. So maybe now is the time
My beer
to
is
shut
still
this
half
down.
full.
Whose beer is still half full?
Oh shit! I just.
Oh no, Prixie's beer is still half full. Well, Prixie, can you? I don't know how fast can you drink that beer? I mean, I could. One thing I could do is I could. I think we could probably end it here. We've been streaming for 2 hours and 40 minutes. There's still 84 people watching, and
come watch
you're all
Sunday
amazing
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, this is the pre-show. It's true misinterpretations. He is. So Michael Beverly is a professional writer. So this is the pre-show, budget scripture Saturday.
Yeah. I hope everyone learned a lot.
Yeah, I hope so. Beyond just what a bunch of
goons we are.
Idiots, goons we are. It's true. It's yes. What happens when Nitty stays up too late at night? But the main event happens on Sunday. Tomorrow is Sunday at 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern time. You can go and watch more of Dr. Tapioca Weasel with Maya Adkisson.
And I'm in the chat.
And I am always in the chat and fucking winning at bingo like all the goddamn time.
It's pretty.
I am a bingo phenom.
Yeah,
over at
it's not
Bad
skill
Science
based.
Sunday.
You're aware of that, right? Like,
Up.
it's-
This is no, it's not. Damn it. So Bad Science Sundays is every Sunday night. You guys should go watch it. There's 81 of you watching now. If you're still watching now, it means that that you're having fun. Which
That's what we're
means that you'll
about
have.
for this.
That's what we're about. So go watch and go have some more fun tomorrow night. I don't know. Do you guys have anything more to say about maybe about Gary Wayne or about the books of Enoch?
I want to dive into that apologetics culture war channel to figure out how did they get there, right? How? I have so many questions.
The Enochian culture wars. What is that? Right? It's true.
But
all right.
Yeah.
Dr. Tapioca Weasel. You got anything or
no. I hope
No.
to see as many as listen to this over at Bad
more
Science Sunday tomorrow.
whiteboard, right? It's go and watch Tapioca Weasel in his whiteboard.
I need to get a weasel easel. I need to do it.
And you can send money to Mike Atkinson's channel for Dr.
Yeah,
Tapioca
but like
Weasel's
we
whiteboard,
haven't
but
decided on an allowance, so
He's still paying reparations too. So
that's true. He's still paying reparations, so
Yeah,
she might just
so-
keep all the fucking money, which she probably should. So, and anyways,
I might try and do a show Monday. About
good.
It's going to be like a meta discussion, I guess, about some of it's going to be like tangentially related to like the drama. And Reasons to Doubt just released a video that talks about what I want to talk about a little bit, and then there was a appearance of one of my guests over on Pine Grievances, and so I want to talk about that because it's also related to this issue. So yeah, and my stream is called Fundamentalism Ruins Everything. So if you're interested in what the fuck I'm going to say about that, you can go over to my channel
tomorrow morning.
Monday night.
Monday. Okay. All right. Monday night. All right.
Yeah.
Check out
8 Eastern, 8ish Eastern,
5 o'clock Pacific.
Dinner time Pacific. Yeah.
That's the time I feed my dogs.
Yeah.
So
meta's maybe the wrong word. Just like observational commentary.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Go check it out, people. And I guess I am doing Kitty at Ibrit with Dr. Joshua Bowen on Thursday night this week. And then after that, it's party time. Sunday, Dr. Tapioca Weasel will be there. Michael Beverly will be there. Satan will be there. Maya Atkinson will be there. Nitty will not be there, but that's his choice.
It's almost like I love my children.
It's true, choice. And you need to prioritize your children. That's true. So, but there will be a panoply. A Reason to Doubt will be there. So there will be a panoply of special guests
and creators you love and
creators I love,
or you will grow to love,
and yes,
if you don't know them yet. Yeah.
Very true. So come and check it out. And I think with that we're gonna shut it down. So good people, thank you for hanging out with us on Budget Scripture Saturday. And I will just close by saying, as always, Ha Tikva.